so off the tip, it's Boston. And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Havlicek. Bird is out there with Pierce. And it's Cousy in at the point guard.
And that's his strongest trait, the unselfishness from Cousy. Fantastic at realizing when one of his guys has an opportunity for a clean look. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's at the elbow. The shake. And Tatum pulls it down.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Jacks up a three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rising fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Knocked loose. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Brown wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. Havlicek against White. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Celtics.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Drains the three-pointer.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide-open man.
Pass to Cowens. Looking to end the...
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Here's Tatum. Outside Holiday. Tatum passes to Brown. Takes a three. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Havlicek outside. A three ball. And Tatum pulls it down. We've seen a quick start here for the Celtics. They're leading by 8. The three. Cousy can't hit.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Porzingis can't hit. Boston off to a slow start. Pass to Cousy. Shoots the three. A three-pointer is right on target.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Kevin McHale, he checked in for Boston.
Checking in for the Celtics, number 32.
Celtics trail by 8. Bird right side. Shoots over Brown. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Cowens. Cowens has got 6.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
And it's Brown missing. So it's Boston now. McHale up top to the paint. Here's Cowens, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Here's White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball. Pretty pass.
Bird misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Cowens. 8 points for him. Inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And Bird gets a lot of love for his scoring ability, but he's also an outstanding passer for his position.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Now here's Bird. Hasn't made one yet. Brown with the bounce pass. Kevin McHale pulls it in. Celtics trail by 8. Bird inside, guarded by Holiday. That one, no good. Here's Boston now. And White kicks to Holiday. From outside the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to McHale. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
The tray. Cornette can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 11. Here's Sharman. Boston, no good that time either. And so Horford will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Plays it up and banks it in.
I love it when Al Horford is challenging defenders to stay with him. Use your physicality, big man.
Pass to Bird. With 4 seconds on the clock, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Derek White has been on display for Boston. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
Tatum in the front court alongside Horford. And it's Cornette in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Celtics trail by 11. Pass to Havlicek. Fires the 3. Horford with the rebound. Lets the 3 fly. And the basket by Hauser. Hauser's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
And McHale gets it to go.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Boston leading by 12. Horford from outside. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Horford's got 5.
Well, this guy's got such big-time mobility for a big man. Al Horford specializes in finding the gaps in the defense. Nice catch and shoot.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
Boston making some changes. Robert Parrish is checked in for McHale. And Paul Pierce is subbed in for Tatum. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Horford from outside. Rebound, Parrish. Celtics trail by 13. It's Pierce on the wing, guarded by Tatum. Parrish. A second chance effort. A rebound by the Celtics. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. D.A. Banks. Pass to Horford. Here's Hauser. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Hauser's got his second basket of the game.
You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
And Havlicek throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Pierce. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jaylen Brown.
And we know Pierce has the jumper, but you can also pound it inside with it.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Celtics leading by 16. Holiday inside the line. And again, it's Boston converting.
What focus there from Holiday on the shot. He really makes the most of his looks.
Cousy passes to Garnett. Nice ball movement by Boston. A nice shot by Bird.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Brown's shot is good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Bird kicks to Havlicek. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown outside. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. Celtics trail by 17. Pierce with a wide open look. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
And the basket by Tatum.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Cousy, guarded by Holiday. Bird misses. Celtics leading by 17. Here's Tatum. A minute 42 left in the second quarter. Can't hit the corner 3. Pierce feeling it out a bit. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
Ooh, that kind of defense, it's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well, for the most part, they were just standing still. And you've got an easy 2 points.
Yeah, and despite his restrictions offensively, you still have to close off the lane or he'll burn you.
Al Horford is checked in for the Celtics. Cans it from downtown. Porzingis has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Now, this is why they call him the unicorn. Porzingis off the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's 7'3", everybody.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Puts up a deep 3. And it's Brown missing. Celtics trail by 16. Up top, Havlicek. Over Porzingis. A wide open look for Bird. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Assisted.
And it's 7 points for Larry Bird.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot game.
Pierce against White. Here's Cowens. Misses the baby hook. Porzingis with the ball. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Left side, Brown.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Pierce for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Pierce has got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Boston. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of the game. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but, boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Bird. Also Pierce out there, and it's Cowens in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. For three, Pierce. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Holiday with the 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
Cousy passes to Bird. Outside, Pierce. Great play by Bird to set it up. Pierce has got 11. Celtics leading by 15. Porzingis can't hit.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They led by as many as 18 points.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Pass to Bird. Boston again missing.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And it's in there.
Well, with the high release point, Jason Tatum can be calm under duress on the interior. That's nice.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. To the inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
2 points. That one goes. 7 points for Porzingis.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Now here's Porzingis. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. White, good.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's White. He's got 14. From downtown, drills it from outside. White's got 17 now.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And here's Boston. They're on a 17-4 run. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Pritchard, he's checked in for Derek White. Kevin McHale, he checked in for the Celtics.
Attention on the court.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. That one goes. Count it.
I tell you, Kuzi is pretty crafty down there on the block, has that sense of how to score in traffic. And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And the Celtics with possession here.
Violation.
Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Kuzi. He's got 7.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Coward.
2 minutes.
To the middle, trying to find Bird. He's got it now.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
One of the best in the business, absolutely. Tatum way outside. Leaps for it, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the third. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
There's Brown with the 3. And the Celtics another 3.
How easy does that pull-up jumper look by Jaylen Brown? So tough.
Inside, got a piece of it. Stolen by Tatum. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Havlicek's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Kuzi. And Pritchard pulls it down. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
So it's Boston now. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Kuzi with the bucket.
Kuzi.
Kuzi's gone 4 for 9 from the field. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Took him no time at all on that one. Tatum's got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, it's so clear that Jason Tatum is comfortable shooting from just about anywhere.
Here's Kuzi. He's got 9. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Boston on top, just dominating this one. And time to step aside quickly, but... And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And here's Boston. They've got Horford, and it's Kornet in at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's for 3. That one, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Hauser, and another basket for Boston.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Kuzi. Pass to Sharman. Now Garnett. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Horford. Here's Hauser. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Hauser's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Here's Kuzi. Hits the three-point bomb.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Horford inside the line. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Sharman. High post McHale. Here's Kuzi. No good with the triple. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort. You have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Pass to Cornett over McHale. Cornett can't get it to go. And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Basket good.
A true three-level scorer. Pierce can beat you anywhere on the floor.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Pass to Sharman. Shot from the top of the key. Rebound Boston. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Shireman. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Shireman's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
Here's Kuzi. It's Pierce on the wing. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3 ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Horford, no luck. And it's the Celtics with the ball. Here's Kuzi. Good, and Pierce gets the assist. Kuzi's got 9 points here in the second half. Kuzi's got pretty good numbers from the floor so far, shooting 6 of 13.
You know, we've seen him just tear after the rebounds tonight. No fear. You have to love that effort.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Pritchard passes to Hauser. Over to the wing. 3-pointer. Pritchard gets the bucket.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Down low, here's Kuzi. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
On offense, here are the Celtics. Horford gets the bucket.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Kuzi passes to Bird. Now here's Pierce.
Boston foul. Sam Hauser, second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitutions for the Celtics. Neemias Queta, Peterson.
There's 1:38 left in the game. Here's Kuzi. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Pritchard over Cousy. A shot by Pritchard, no good. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bird. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The Celtics working the ball around now. And the basket by Hauser.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
The assist.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Bird passes to Cousy. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Peterson. And again, Boston with the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
The shot by Pierce, no good. Here's Cousy. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.